Good morning, Gianluca.
Good morning, Bobby.
I have to say, quite a party your country threw last night. Wow.
Okay.
Did you, or were you a part of, or did you enjoy the closing ceremonies of the Olympics last
No,
night?
no. I work on the sailboat yesterday, the whole day, and but I'm pretty free to uh, move the boat from Rimini. It's a city close to here to our harbor here where we are
Nice.
placed. Yeah,
Very nice.
we are ready.
Good, good. So I don't have much time today,
Mhm.
only because of just
Okay.
things are crazy.
Mhm.
So I want to share the document that JRAM put
Mhm.
in the chat, but I just want to touch base real quick and let me share my screen just for a
Mhm.
second. Um, so again, here on our meeting notes for the wiki page, I just keep putting
Mhm.
the login information for people, for the three
Mhm.
of us and Peter who can get on to test. It's there. That's what works. If it changes, if anybody changes it while testing it, please just update this page so everybody knows. And then that challenge, I emailed him today to see if there's any portal or anything like we can go to check on our status. Um, but we won't know anything until April, which kind of sucks. So I was wondering, like,
Mhm.
I emailed the guy who's in charge of this whole thing, and I said, is there any like portal or any place where we can check on our status of our submission, maybe improve it? Because it did say somewhere before I pressed submit that you can edit your proposal after you submit it depending on the feedback you get from this group. So I'm not sure if
Mhm.
this time period in April is a give or take with us and them, or if we're just to be hands off and keep our fingers crossed and wait to hear till April. I don't know, but I don't want to be um, under involved. So I put my note very non aggressive,
Mhm.
just hey, we'd love to check on our submission anywhere we could do that.
Mhm.
Kind of just to like get our name in with his information and hopefully, be top of their brain when they come to pick us, because I now have a new item on my bucket list after reading this. I now, for some reason, I want to ring the bell on the New York Stock
Mhm.
Exchange.
Okay.
That's listed as one of the things for first prize.
Mhm.
And I want that now. So sorry, we're going for first prize. Sorry,
Okay.
just a note. Um, other than
Okay.
that, we could talk a little bit about, oh, good. J Ram's on
Mhm.
board. He's coming with me. We're going to ring
Mhm.
that bell. David was kind of what I thought David was going to be. Um, Linux Foundation will support whatever we want to do. They would love for us to do it all, but they're not going to help us any other way than the Linux Foundation structure we already enjoy.
Mhm.
So there is no rush for us to make a decision on incubation or on moving to the Linux Foundation. The only thing we have a time frame on is the mentorship program if we want to, do something with that. So I think we should take the next week or two and to think about what that might look like. And if we want, like, I don't know what anybody thinks. I don't have a strong opinion either way. So on the sidelines on this discussion. But I will support and move and do wherever we want to wind up or land. I just don't think that right now for me, that path is clear. I don't know. I mean, right now we have not just one fork in the road, we've got like five forks in the road. And I'm not sure if we could walk two paths at the same time or if we have to pick one. I don't know. Best case scenario, we'd have enough resources to do incubation at both the Linux Foundation and the decentralized trust Linux Foundation version, because definitely from what I got from David, and I don't know if you guys got the same thing, um, we're a great tool for the Hyperledger. I'm going to use Hyperledger because it's easier to say, Hyperledger community, for them to use us as a tool. again, a non-paying customer, which
Hmm.
we already have two of those. So I don't know if we want to pursue that. I mean, that to me, he's like, go meet where the maintainers are, meet where the maintainers are and see if this is something they want. Again, if I'm going to waste that time doing that, I'd rather do it with a paying customer at this point in our journey than yet another validating test of a technology that we're not sure will fit with the community. I mean, again, they're not AI and data, they're blockchains. So that's my spiel for the day. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn it over to conversation.
Okay. Okay. Just one. Yeah, I think also have. Uh, yeah, one news that we will end our free credit of AWS at the end of March, I think. So we can continue to have AIFAQ for Founder Institute and LFTT until I think the end of March or the end of April. I will check. Uh, okay, and so that's the first news. Another, so we have one
So
or
how
two
much
months.
does that usually run?
Sorry, how much?
How much
Uh,
is like if you said it expires in March, if we were to re-up that, what would be the cost?
okay, the costs are around $50 per month.
Okay.
The current, yeah, the current configuration. Current configuration are 50. We can also consider to change configuration. Maybe we can have a smaller machine because we have just some instances, and maybe we can save something if we decide to have the service up.
Uh-huh.
And about the decision, yeah, I think we can stay in LFDT or we can try to move in data and AI. In any case, I think to move to incubation, we should have feedback from, we should have interest from potential clients. We cannot, yeah, we cannot. I think we cannot try again to have something that, or try to go further with our current products, because the current products cannot allow us uh, to move to incubation in LFDT. And also, if we move to data and AI, we have the same problem. They will ask us to have to see, I don't know, like traction, but some clients that wants to pay also, even if in the future, but they want to pay, and that means that we should validate our idea, or at the same time we can start a discovery activity when we try to contact people and understand what they need and try to implement a first POC and so on. So I think we cannot, yeah, I think the last reminder, we cannot wait. Uh, it's not no rush. I agree with you, no rush, because now we worked 2 years on that project, and so we cannot move very fast. We can use the last 2 years uh, with our skills to make the right decision, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. So uh, I don't know about the community. Uh, I think that David suggested to us to move to LF data and AI with the current MVP. If we want to stay in Hyperledger LFTT, we should find a new idea that is a combination AI and blockchain. And yeah.
Well, I think if we don't find a new idea, all we're going to be doing is will be a tool, and they'll be using us for, again, not paying us, and they'd be using our tool, but that's how the technology grows in an open source community. So you can't, I don't know, should we stay open source? I mean, that obviously is yes, because that's where we are, and we don't have the funding or the resources to move this circus to another tent. But I think we should just do both. I think we should stay in the lab at the decentralized trust until we find, again, a pivot that works in that community, because I still think there's a pivot there, we just haven't seen it yet. And I think we should move forward with the application for incubation. Same company, IBM has several labs going at the same time, several projects in incubation. They're part of Fabric, they're part of Firefly. There's no reason we can't. And from everything I asked David, there was nothing he said is stopping us from doing both. So instead of making a decision one or the other, I think we should just do both. Here's what I got from David. No one's going to stop us if we move forward and apply for incubate. Like, they want this motion and this energy in the community. That's what keeps them alive. So the more we spin our wheels, the better it is for them. So they're not going to say, oh, don't. They're going to say, try. And that's basically what David said. Go for it.
Okay, so we can think to start with a mentorship program with a new project. It's not a new project, the same project, but a new idea, and maybe involve young people to help us in find this new project, the combination between AI and blockchain. And the two question is, what is the pain point of blockchain that AI can face? And the second question is, what is the AI pain point that blockchain can face?
Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen real quick. So this right now is the Linux Foundation homepage. And these are all the projects. So this is where we can fit in. And we're saying, I don't even see data and AI. Am I missing something? I was trying to see how we start, but I don't see where.
That's the home page, Linux
That's the homepage of
Foundation
the
or
Linux
the
Foundation, and
project.
I expected to see a block for data and AI right here, and I don't. Maybe it's in networking.
Linux Foundation, or
No, that's just joining. Financial, automotive.
that's the that's the website.
Yeah. These are
Is
all
that
their partners.
They have a separate website. With the same logo, Linux Foundation projects, LF AI and data, but different website.
Do you have the link?
Yeah, I put in the chat.
Oh, it's got its own website. Well, I'll do this today. I'll join this and start us getting on the road to get a project on incubation in here, see what we need. And next week we can regroup and we'll figure out like what, as an organization, we need to move this forward into AI and data, because that's what we are.
Mhm.
It feels like a better fit already, but we'll see. I'm glad that they have their own. This is pretty impressive.
And also, and I ask you, Bobby, if you have free time, I think no, but if you have free time,
It comes and
you can,
goes.
yeah, no, maybe also like just one question. You can open like ChatGPT and ask, we are looking for a new idea to combine AI and
Hold on, let's do it right now.
blockchain. And
We
I,
are looking for a way to incorporate our AIFAQ
no, no, no,
project
yeah, like just,
better in line with
Kind of a
blockchain
brainstorming session.
and LFDT. Or can you? Hold
no,
on, let me-
yeah, just, yeah, the question should be, okay, like what are the pain point points in blockchain that we can face with AI, and what are the pain points in AI that we can face with blockchain? Yeah, I do the same in like in cloud.
Yeah, it's the blockchain native relevance we're looking for.
Mm.
Oh, wait, what are the pain points blockchain can we face with AI? Oh, yes, I'll change the prompt. Hold on. Yeah, we're a tooling, not an infrastructure.
Yeah, like I think it's not the best solution, but
Well, let's just put this on the wiki page so we have it so everybody can see it. And then we'll redo it. This is too much information.
okay. Hey, can I share my screen because I asked the same question
Yeah,
and
sure, absolutely.
okay.
Please take the screen away from me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's the cloud response. Okay, these two technologies have complementary weaknesses, which is exactly why the AI plus blockchain space has gotten so much attention. Here's the breakdown. Blockchain pain points that AI can help to solve. Scalability and efficiency, smart contract vulnerabilities, fraud and anomaly detection, user experience and accessibility, governance and decision making, and data interpretation. On the other hand, AI pain point that blockchain can help solve: lack of transparency and explainability, data trust and provenance, centralization of AI power, monetization for data providers, model integrity and IP protection, compute trust in federated learning, AI agent accountability. Yeah, well, I think we can also start from here, and we can also have some interview. Maybe we
So, but
can contact.
again, from a business perspective, from AIFAQ Pro,
Mm-hmm.
doing all of this is still not going to get us $1. It's still not going to get us a customer. We will be a great support for the Linux Foundation. They will love us. And maybe a year after we've shown them our stuff, one of those big companies might say, this is great technology, let's use it. But they still wouldn't be paying us for it because we're open source. It's too easy to just do themselves. So my thing is, oh wait, we got a new prompt. What pain
I,
points
I
during the
think
block there?
I think it's not correct, Bobby, because if you need something, you pay that the solution. You pay for the maybe you can ask a discount, but you pay if it's open source does not means free. You
Yeah.
can access to the code, but does not mean free. It's different. So, and also you can also start a project thinking that you should implement different versions of the same project. One is it's the freemium model. One the minimal solution is free, but if you want to if you ask for um, custom solution or custom features, you should pay.
Well,
So I
the
think.
easiest example is the Founders Institute. The free version is what they have.
Mhm.
The paid
Mhm.
version would be putting their curriculum up there, and then the
Mhm.
ultra paid version would be
Mhm.
having them put their private
Mhm.
Founders Institute information to get great answers as to how to improve Founders Institute. So I can see the different tiers, but I just think that the people if we're looking for customers within the Linux Foundation, we're not going to find them. If we're building our technology within the Linux Foundation and taking that technology and looking
Mhm.
outside, because
Mhm.
IBM's going to do what Snowflake did. It's going to have its own
Mhm.
intelligence. It's going to build it themselves. And these big companies that we have this great audience with
Mhm.
are already doing this in house, in my opinion. They're going to do
Mhm.
what Snowflake did and show up with Intel. Our product is different, yes, and I think that I honestly think we have a great chance of getting in this Snowflake startup. Even though we mimic intelligence, we're much more lighter and easier. This intelligence piece, the more I'm reading about it, is this big,
Mhm.
heavy thing that sits over your data. We're not that. We're light and easy. We're build it,
Mhm.
destroy it kind of idea. So
Yeah.
I do think we have a market niche within Snowflake. And right now, that's our best bet for paying customers. And I think once we do that, we'll get some traction, I hope, out of that. But the Linux Foundation, I don't see any paying customers. I see that as just and I think it's a great place to develop. I'm not saying anything negative about it because I love developing here because it gives you the structure and the freedom and the calls and the backbone and this wonderful stuff to develop. But if we spend too much time looking for customers in the Linux Foundation, I feel we'll be disappointed.
No, no, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, I see a different. It's the wrong place to find customer. Yeah, I agree totally.
And
Yeah,
right
I
now, I
think.
think we need to find customers.
Yeah, it's very different. I think if we go to person saying, okay, we are a mechanic. If your that's our I don't know our cell phone number. Call us where you have a problem. Okay, he will go. But if has broken the machine, the car, he are is stuck here in the road, and he should call in everything. So we should find a real pain point, and we should stay here when they need
Yeah.
our help. That's the yeah. That's I learn like in the last 1 year and a half when we start with Founder Institute.
And I think how you handled Founders Institute from a customer service perspective was fabulous. Everything they needed, you were on top of. Everything they asked for, and that's the consultant part that makes us special.
Mhm.
absolutely, we will build what you want. And you were fed. They just won't pay us. Again, they're
Mhm.
like the Linux
Yeah.
Foundation. We got to find small to medium businesses rather than foundations and industry. And
Okay.
that's something maybe just by being introduced to the different, I mean, you have to remember we have blinders on when we're in the decentralized trust. We see only the blockchain companies interested in blockchain. We don't see companies that are just interested in technology. We only see blockchain companies, and that's different. There are so many other companies in the Linux Foundation that when we start to publicly introduce ourselves there, we better have our business case down. We better be able to say, this is what we're going to do. So this
Mhm.
2 weeks is research for me as far as how
Mhm.
we can align with the AI data in our incubation application so that we nail it. We need to nail this. It has to be right the first time, because once we start introducing ourselves, it took 3 years for us to build up in the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. I want to take that collect that um, build up and switch it, not start from square one.
Mhm.
Uh,
Maybe we can think, yeah, I want to finish with that question for you, Bobby, and also for Jairam. Uh, we can think to have two mentorship. One is in the LFDT and the other in Linux Foundation Data and AI. In LFDT, we can say how can solve blockchain pain point with AI, and on the other hand, in Linux Foundation Data and AI, how we can solve AI with blockchain.
we can potentially have a mentorship program in the decentralized trust that says we want a mentor to sit with each one of the maintainers of the blockchains and introduce our project on their calls. That could be their mentorship. Instead
Mhm.
of heavy into developing, heavy into interviewing, then developing, each blockchain. I
Mhm.
mean, because that's basically what we're up against with, we're there to support smart contracts. We're there to support the building, testing and building of smart contracts, the, vulnerabilities that, like that kind of stuff, and again, that's just a tool. So
Mhm.
I don't want to spend too much time at LFDT because I don't think we have anything to gain from it other than a place to store our technology. I think everything we do at LFDT is going to be spinning our wheels and not getting us a customer. It'll be great for our reputation. And I think that if we do a mentor, and I could be wrong, JRAM could have like 1,000 ideas on this, but if we do a mentorship for the decentralized trust, I don't see an end game. I mean, what would we, other than working for the decentralized trust as a great tool to support all of their blockchains, which would be a lot of resources on our end with no payoff. If I'm wrong, somebody jump in, but I don't see a payoff with doing a mentorship at decentralized trust. I think we stay there until we figure out where we need to be there. And I don't think it's just offering tooling. And that's what we're doing right now for them. We're not becoming an integral part of anybody else's code or anybody else's solution. We're just helping them with the education piece, which is fine, in my opinion. We're testing, we're reading, am I wrong?
No, 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 absolutely. I think we need some weeks to decide. So maybe now it's a kind of brainstorming, think our solution, and maybe we have decision next Monday or in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we need the
And
logo on our website. Absolutely. We are part of that
yeah, it's
decentralized
not
trust. That's our, yep. Now we have to figure
it's
out
not only
how
the
to
logo,
keep
but
that.
okay,
But I
okay,
don't
no.
know. I mean, this is the thing that I've always skirted with the mentorship program is
Mhm.
I'm not that technical. I mean, I'm a technical teacher, but I don't spend my hours down in GitHub pulling out. I don't do that. I'm a business person with a technical background. So for me, when I apply for the mentorships, I want to apply from a business person's perspective, and I can't because they will reject it. If it doesn't have it's for coders. So it's hard for me to put a project in that's project management because that's not what they're looking for. So it has to have some coding in it because that's who's applying are devs. It's not like a founders institute, it's a dev institute. So
No, but we can also think another thing, like we can build a small community, and they can start with, yeah, a sort of hackathon. They can start with on their own ideas and project. Build Everyone can have a folder in our repository with the own project, and we can support them in spreading, in advertising,
so
and
the
of the
mentorship title
project.
would be show us your AI.
Yeah, in any case, I think the background technology should be the combination between AI and blockchain, and it's new in my opinion, because different technologies, AI, it's like statistical and not certainty, and on the other hand we have blockchain, which is very low in storage. It's You should be, yeah, you have the, like, the certainty that the it's robust, and so it's very different technology are in two sides. One is fast, lots of text, but it's not very with lot of errors. And on the other hand, zero error, short text, and also it's expensive to store data. How to combine these two technologies to solve a pain point? This is the question.
The only one that I've ever seen a synergy for is, and I could be way off base, role based access with the identity uh, DIDs. So
Okay.
you use the blockchain for identifying role based access. That's the only synergies I've seen
Okay.
so far. Because
Yeah, but
everything I've done in blockchain has mostly been geared towards supply chains or identity. And if you see supply chains in AI, unless you're working with a supply chain company, I don't think that that's a benefit. Again, that's more of a tool. But I do think that the identity people and what they're working with the DIDs could be just a way to combine the two technologies would be basic level identity, in my opinion.
yeah, but I also propose a protocol against the fake news. Fake news are generated from picture. If you have AI generated picture, you can create fake news. But if you ask for each like reporter uh, that each picture should be signed with the digital signature, and store your picture on a public blockchain network. You can
Mm-hmm.
also have, like with an NFT, the certification that that picture is compliant to the camera, and also
Yep.
it's your own picture. So that's another solution.
Yep.
But I think there are lots of ideas that we can
Verification.
investigate. Mm. Yeah, verification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was watching
verification.
videos of dog picking owners for about 2 days until I realized they were all AI generated.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Like,
that's an idea. When you have, yeah, because like AI, the data generated from AI are fluff. Okay, sometimes, and you can have a problem for that. So blockchain can help. And on the
mhm.
other hand, you can have data for blockchain are very difficult to have, for example, to present data in blockchain. Maybe AI can help you in the presentation with, I don't know, implementing UX. Maybe you need a guy, a graphical user interface for blockchain, to present blockchain data, and AI can help you in that. So there are you can have
Mhm.
benefit in both technologies. It's very
Mhm.
hard to understand, to figure out how to combine the technologies.
Well, that's what we think of for the mentorship for the LFDT.
Mhm.
To remove the identity theft due to this AI. Yeah, yeah, it would be a uh, what's a MCP?
MCP is you can provide services of or data that you can integrate in your AI technology. Maybe, for example, if you want to integrate weather or humidity information in your AI conversation, in your AI chatbot, you can build that MCP, and also you can provide uh, instruction in how to
It's like
integrate
an
that
Oracle,
MCP. Uh, Sorry, like
like an Oracle,
uh, I don't
No,
know. I
sometimes like a third party connected to your app.
kind of like what they
Suppose,
do with the Snowflake data.
suppose
Like
yeah,
you could
I'm not
get a
I'm
module
not
for the
it,
stock market or a
it's a
module for
standard
the weather.
protocol. It's a standard protocol in AI at the moment.
Okay, I'll
The
research it.
MCP.
I will look it up. So that's good. We'll keep
Yeah, we
that
can
in mind
start.
for projects for the mentorship for LFDT. At the same time, I will pursue us in the Linux Foundation,
Hmm.
um, AI and data, and see what that looks like. And I'll have a
Hmm.
proposal for next week for that. David
Okay.
has not gotten back to me with a name of a person to contact, but hopefully we'll have everything ready for that when he does.
Yeah, yeah, but we can also try to conduct something in the in community and start talking if you
Yeah,
have
start going to the
issue.
calls
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the yeah, that's a
yeah, I
good
agree.
idea.
Yeah. If you have issue, we can ask David support, but we can
Okay, I
start.
want to try to do something, see if I can do this just to get started. Let me just show you. So I am following them, but I want to go to our page. Connect. I don't want to connect with my husband, please. Where are we? No. Where can I get to the? Never mind. I'm going to go to AIFAQ. I don't know why I can't get there through
Hmm.
here. And I'm going to um, why doesn't that work? I have to work on this. Anyways, what I'm
Hmm.
going to do is I'll start connecting through our LinkedIn page and maybe do a
Hmm.
post when I have something intelligent to say, um, that the Linux Foundation would see it. So that would be one way, to
Okay.
start joining their community.
Okay. There are lots of projects also in uh, data and AI. That's the page.
Yep. Yeah, I got that link.
Hmm.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll work on that this week.
Okay.
So again, I don't know how the Snowflake project is going. We still have like 20 minutes if you want to go over where that is.
Yeah, I
Um,
see.
have you been
German
able to
is.
connect? I got a security risk thing in my email again. Let me see if I can access that. Where did it go? So is testing going okay?
Yeah, it's going very well, but I
Oh,
think
good.
the monthly bill will explode a little bit.
Define explode?
Mm.
Like we're talking 500 or lower?
Mm, Yeah, it's lower than the $50.
Five. if it's going to go over 500, you're going to need to let me know that because
Mm.
we might have a little issue. But nothing that I can't handle if I know it's coming. Where is that snowflake wording? Oh, it was in the other email. Hold on.
I have some updates, so can I share my screen?
Please.
Yeah, okay. Hmm. So currently the Snowflake Marketplace app so it has some errors in the production, but as we have developed inside the ecosystem, but there are some minimal errors in the production as I tested it. So I can show you next slide. So you can access this app inside the Snowflake user interface. Like you should go to the catalog and app section, and you can check this version like AIFAQ Pro test version. It is the version 0.14. Like I have created more
This.
than 13. So you can see this kind of installation package if we go into the marketplace. This is just a demo version, like it would show you like this.
It looks great.
So, and for the testing and cost optimization, currently it is around $12 for the last 2 weeks, but it can go up to $50, but not $50, around $25 around. I'm using this in the optimized approach to reduce the development and testing cost. So, and I think we should apply for the free credits so that we get this uh, discount or some credits so that it doesn't cost us during the testing and deployment
Okay.
phase.
Do you do that or do I do that?
Yeah, I was checking that how can we get these credits through the Snowflake marketplace or something we just need to mail. I was checking into it. I didn't get any details from it, but we should mail to the Snowflake concerned department or concerned person, so we can get around 100 to 200 credits. So this would help us to not burn more in this phase.
Okay.
And the next place that I have checked is like the cons are very huge. Like if you compare the AWS or other cloud services, the compute cost in the Snowflake costs us much more. And storage cost is like if we just ingress the data and we send this data to other location, it's cost us a little more. Like if AWS charges for the 1 TB data around $5, this is just an example. So if you just go to the Snowflake, it will cost us like around 5 times to 6 times.
Yikes.
And let me share my other screen.
Thank you for that, JRAM.
Yeah. So
Good to
this we
know.
can, this is the actual version. I think you can see. So it is in the development mode, you can see here.
So, insofar as like an end user testing, like Peter always says, he wants to take our
Mhm.
tool, connect to some data that's in Snowflake, and ask questions. Is that testable yet?
Yeah, we can test it, but it is in the development mode right now, I think. Yeah, it is in the development mode. It will take around 2 to 3 days because if I publish today, it will take around 24 to 48 hours by the Snowflake team to verify it to get into the only share invite
And I don't
access
want to
to the
rush
other
you. If you
team.
don't think it's ready for that, don't do it on my account. We want to do it when you're ready, not when I'm ready.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So if anyone, suppose if our app is inside the market, if it is listed inside the marketplace, so it would be show like this, the FAQ Pro app and these permissions it require and app events and cost management. So it's just they need to just install the app and just launch the app. So this is the exact time they would take to install and use the app. So it is like 4 clicks down. Just install a app from the Play Store or iStore.
Nice.
This is as simple as that.
That is very nice. So this is awesome. Thank you. Like awesome.
Yeah, well,
So I'm speaking at, and this is something that I keep forgetting I'm doing. Danielle has asked me to speak at the Linux Foundation Open Source Summit in May. And this is what I want to talk about. This is all I want to talk about. So I have a lot of exposure on that stage at the end of or beginning of May. So I think this is what I should talk about, right?
Yes, Bobby.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I do have to run at 10 of. But thank you. I will work on the stuff for next week insofar as the application to incubation at the Linux Foundation AI and data. And we'll see how we go. And if I hear anything from the folks at Snowflake about the accelerator, I will let you know. Anybody have any questions for me before I hop off?
No questions from my
No,
side.
Bobby.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you. I'll
Bobby.
see you next week. And if you have any questions, please reach out.
Okay, thank you. See you.
Bye,
Bye.
Janata.
Bye.